People, deluded. Now, it's the international break, so I thought a couple of you like my deluded thoughts and all of these sort of things, so I thought, why not sit here and make some? And to be fair, I've been thinking about this one for a while, and don't get me wrong, I love the praise, I love to make progress, I love that you guys are recognizing my progress, but when you lot are like, yeah, you're winning, and yeah, I'm there's this and this, and you think everything's rosy, it's not, people. There's been plenty of W's. Just last week, I took a mad financial W that I'm not going to expand on for obvious reasons, but I take L's all the time, people. These are just small little victories, people. It's all not what they seem, and people in life are not posting their L's. I'm not going to go into further detail, but I think it's important to talk about things like this, people, because it's not all rosy, It's not all rosy. There's been, in my 3 years of YouTube, I think first and foremost, people, I've kind of, not that I'm getting complacent or sitting on my laurels, but I think I've set out to do initially what I've accomplished in YouTube and what I initially wanted to do. This thing that's exploded with my channel, my decent following, and you lot saying you can do this, and people I've come into contact with, and accolades and praise. This is all a byproduct, people. I've set out what I wanted to do. You lot, I've previously said it, I've got ambitions to get in football, and obviously I know football, and I've got ambitions to know football. But what sets me from Joe Blogs to my left, or Mark Simpson to my right, people, what sets me apart from them? So I was looking for, on top of the obvious, trying to get qualifications and experience, I was looking for other reasons, and I thought, I know football, the man know I know football, so let me talk about on a little YouTube channel. I like youth football, I'm an Arsenal fan, I like football in general, I've got fairly objective opinions, and I'm a pure fan. Let me throw all of that together, make a cocktail, and just do this sort of thing. Eventually people will see this, and to be fair, the agents, the scouts, the players, the general public like you lot, I think whether you agree with my opinions or not that I don't think I'm right, people, I'd like you to think it's just a fact now, people, to be fair. I am someone that is a student of the game, a pure football fan, and someone that 9 times out of 10 kind of knows what he's talking about. That's what I set out to do, and all the people I've come into contact with and the platforms I've been on, like I said, not that I'm resting on my laurels, people, but I've set out to do what I've came to do, sort of thing. Do you get it, people? People that work for football clubs, people's parents that have reached out to me, this is what I set out to do, people. It's still a bit tricky because what I set out to do is still not giving me the results, ironically, but I set out to do that, innit, people. But as we evolve even more, and you lot that have come into contact with me, whether you've subscribed and found out about my channel today, or you found out about it when I first started, you lot have given me encouragement and pushed the team, and you lot have pushed me to reinvent myself, people, because like I said, you lot have made me, one, I've had to get more comfortable with a camera, I've had to do things a different way, handle myself differently, new content, what works, what don't work, small little progress, like you lot see, like you lot are hating up the AstroTurf, do little things, trying to take it seriously. You lot forced me to take it seriously, because I didn't really think there was, like I said, I'm pretty sure when I first started, there was one vid every 2 weeks, and then people were like, nah man, if you want to get a decent following, do this consistently and stuff. And then I started doing it, and then I thought, you know what, I've got, it became a way of relieving stress, to be fair. I'd say doing YouTube becomes a byproduct, people, because I'm almost trapped from it. Like, I do have a life away from this. I do not want to do vids sometimes and sign off from it, and I've been learning that. But at the same time, I can't turn off, because I need to speak about several things that have been happening with Arsenal. If I go away for a week and I don't know, Arsenal have gone bust as a football club, God forbid. I'm pretty sure you guys want to hear my opinions on it. Not that you necessarily care, but because of this YouTube channel, so I can't really sign off from it, people. But at the same time, I don't know, man. Talking about football is my sort of therapy, people, man. I like to talk about football. It's one of the things I can talk about for time. I get it, I can be shy. I'm not shy, people. I will talk and stuff, but I'm very wary of people, and if I don't know you, I'm a silent person. If I know you, I won't stop talking, people, but I'm very silent around people. Like, my mother's always told me, you've got one mouth, 2 ears, and listen to that, and I've always listened to that. But since I've left sort of school and been in certain environments and different environments and whatnot, it's very important. These things will serve you so well, especially in the workplace. It's important to listen. Many people can talk. Listening is an underrated skill, and actually listening properly helps you to learn better as well, which I personally found myself. So like I said, it's forced me to reinvent myself and try things differently, and you don't know what I'm getting at. And I think the amount of things I've dealt and the community we've built and whatnot, it's been good, man. I've put my all into this, people. You don't know, I don't do things in life half-heartedly. I'm one of them people. I'm either all in or not. I can't do things half-heartedly, people. It's just not in my nature. I think that's just the way God's made me. I'm either completely disinterested or I'm fully all in. And that's one thing that's helped me. I'm almost infectious to this. And I need to sometimes remember to myself, I've only been on this thing in like 3 years. And to be fair, if you're a 3-year-old baby, can you even wipe your own bum? So that shows you how, if we was to put the YouTube channel into a human person, how early we are in this sort of thing. But it's important, man. Sometimes I think in life there's a thing called false flags. I don't know any other way to put it. I think, have you ever, I know you lot have got this, like for me, has someone ever like randomly reached out to you and brought this carrot or suggested something and it's not come to fruition? And this happens in life. People talk a good game, but do you ever sit there and think like, why? Why did you say and come and call me and mention this and say this? Like, why? If you knew we weren't on this thing, you get it? There's been a couple of times, and I think you've got to embrace L's in life, people. I don't want to expand on things, I don't want to block my blessings, but the one thing that hurts me the most and made me really think, okay, cool, and I actually want to expand on this a bit, is actually, I don't want to talk too tough, but there was one W turned L that I really thought I was going to go clear, like people, real clear, like mainstream sort of clear, TV and all of these sort of things, like trust people, least of what you would have expected, proper, like, I was buzzing about it, excited. Like, you can see me bouncing around now. I thought, listen, this is it. Everything I've worked for, every YouTube video I've done, every personal development book I've read, every time I've scrutinized my opinion, literally every blood, sweat and tears I've put into football in my whole life, finally got to the moment where it found like it was worth it, people. Like, like that, innit? Like, you thought, everything I've worked for is here now, innit? Like, and I'm not one to get gassed off words or get gassed until things are confirmed, but like I said, I thought I got to this point. I ain't gonna lie, I was excited to come to you guys and announce that we're gonna do this thing and there's gonna be improvements, several different things. Like I said, man, what you would have least expected. And like I said, man, I was buzzing. Like I said, I felt that was it, man. Like, that was, you only get one opportunity in life, so they say. I thought, like, that was it, innit, people? Long story short, it got cut from beneath my feet. It got taken away from me, people. It just got plucked away. People talk a good game. Ultimately, it came to nothing. And first and foremost, and it's important to talk about these reactions. I stopped. I was in a state of shock. I just thought, like, I asked God first and foremost. I was like, why me? Like, why? Like, why did this all happen? Like, why did people shout? I would have rather, like, nobody came to me and mentioned any of this in the start. Like, if this couldn't happen, innit? Because it's not their fault for me getting my hopes up and stuff. And like I said, I don't normally get hopes up until I's are dotted and T's are crosses. But sometimes you can't help but imagine things. Then it got plucked. I thought, like, why, man? Like, this thing ain't worth it no more. Like, this is long. Like, this is, like, that was it, innit? From you get that chance, you ain't getting another one, innit? Like, if you're not at the train station with your Oyster card or train ticket for that opportunity, you're not getting another one. There's no next train in 15 minutes to Liverpool Street. There's none of that, people. It's done. So I was, obviously, I mean, there's nothing wrong with crying in that, but I weren't finna do none of that. Like, I wasn't with that, but I was vexed, people. Vexed, distraught, vexed, like, I was just like, thought, F this really and truly, like, is it really worth it? Like, this is long, like I said. So I felt sorry for myself for like 5 minutes, and I think it's important, people, to feel sorry for yourselves for 5 minutes and then get back at it. Felt sorry for myself for 5 minutes now, and then I'm gonna sound crazy, people, and it really changed me for life, really. I started to laugh. I started to think about the whole, like, initial meeting of the individuals, the whole structure of it, what was said, and how it came. And I started to laugh, people. I sat where I was and I laughed, people. I laughed my head off. I found it so funny, and I find this, it happens a lot now when people try to shed me and whatnot. I started laughing my head off. I was like, yeah? Say nothing. I was like, alright, cool. That was funny, man. Because it ain't nothing really, because I guess I'm still in the same situation I was, so life still moves on. It's not like I lost nothing, do you get it? People are still here, do you get it? I still got my health and that, like, I'm still here. I didn't put any financial money into this. It was ultimately just a lie, essentially, more or less. So I thought to myself, alright, cool. Like, I started to laugh, and then I thought, you know what? Mate, was it a lesson? Like, was it a lesson, people? Like, was it a preparation sort of thing for when the legit chance or when the actual chance does come? Was it a legit chance but it was too early? Was it meant to happen but for some reason, I don't know, it legitimately didn't come to plan? Was it ultimately just a lesson? Is it just an L that I just have to charge to the game like you do in life? Like, I thought bare things to myself. Is it karma because of things I might have done negatively in my life? Is it karma, that sort of thing? I was thinking like all sort of mad stuff. But the main thing I was thinking, like, it's a lesson. It's a lesson. It's first and foremost told you can't lose. You can't lose because you can't give up. If you don't give up, you can't lose. First and foremost, if you're persistent, don't get it twisted, people. It is easier said than done. And that's why I try to remain consistent. Of course it hurts. This whole chasing dream stuff is not pretty, people. All this, I think, I wouldn't say be an entrepreneur, but just chasing your dreams, whether you want to be a pilot or whatever you want to do. For me, football, it's not pretty, people. It's not pretty. There are some beautiful moments and highlights along the way, and when you look back, but it ain't pretty. It's not pretty getting knocked the door down repeatedly in your face. It ain't pretty when guys are promising stuff and then lie. It's not pretty dealing to people who think they're bigger than you are. And I can't lie in different environments, just smack them 2 bells out of them. It ain't pretty. It's not pretty. Like when you're trying to network and do these things at the bottom, when you haven't essentially achieved nothing as much as I think I have, or anyone in general. This ain't pretty. But you gotta relish it because you gotta pay your dues. It is what it is. You gotta get dirty before you can live clean, essentially, people. That's the way I look at it, man. You gotta get in the trenches before you can take that shower off in life and enjoy the finer fruits and sit down at your pool when it's all sunny and that. You gotta go through the mud, people. You gotta be going through the trenches, and I relish it now. I relish the no when people say no. I refuse no now. When you say no, I'm like, cool, say nothing. I ask you again because I refuse no. If you say no twice, say nothing. We go again. No one can knock no door down in my face. They can stop me, but they can't block me, people. Do you get it, people? They can only, it's just a different way to the top. That's all I started to look at. Is just a different way. It's like, alright, cool, this escalator ain't working. We got to take stairs. We got to do something else with some sort of angle, people. And it don't matter, whatever lane, whatever possibility, I'm always, the first thing I find, I try to exploit it, people. Do you get it, people? So when you refuse to lose, ain't nothing, people. I mean, a lot of these people I've come across are smarter than me, and way more educated than me, but they ain't more street smart than me in terms of if someone's trying to zang me. I know if someone's trying to zang me, and whatnot, and I'm quite wise for a young man. I can't lie. I know when something don't feel right and whatnot, and I've learned. The skills I've learned necessarily come from where I'm coming from. They put me in just enough stead. But people, don't get intimidated when people got these fancy qualifications and they speak all nice and they come from an established background. Because I used to get like that. I used to sit down with these individuals when they're promising me stuff. I think, nah, boy, he must know what he's talking about because he used them smart words and this and that. Then I thought, hold on. Typed on Google, what does this word say? What does this mean? Oh, cool. That's what it means. He's just saying it in all that smart stuff. Say nothing. I know that one now, innit? And now you got to play dumb to catch fools, people. And I'm in these environments, especially around people I don't know, whether it's YouTubers, footballers, agents, all of these sort of things that I'm around. I play dumb with them. I mark people. I don't know nothing. I ain't heard nothing. I don't know nothing, people. Loose lips, sick ships. There's plenty of things I can't talk about. But back to the false flags. There's been plenty of times like that, people. Like I said, that one was the worst because I'm talking TV, people. I've DG like on TV, mainstream and that, like. All the teachers think when they said a guy ain't gonna be nothing, I thought I was gone in it. Like we gonna go clear. I was thinking about what I'm gonna buy. Like, you can't help but I was thinking what I'm gonna buy. Deluded Che, obviously I'm guessing about that, but I was thinking what I'm gonna buy, what am I gonna invest in, like sort of things. And I thought that was it, people. And they got plucked away, man. And I thought, damn, like, knocked 2 bells out of a guy, people. But then I thought, you know what? You can't keep a good man down. You gotta get back up, man. You can't keep a Gaza youth down. Like, I'm really hard-bodied, people. It's like I said, you take 5 minutes to feel sorry for yourself, people, and then you get back at it, people, man. Because what I've learned and what helps me is sad, but life's gonna spin. You can feel sorry for yourself, cry your eyes out, and if the crying thing's for you and it helps you get through it, like I said, feeling sorry for myself helps me. If the crying thing, letting it out helps you, do that, because there's nothing wrong with that. But take 5 minutes to do that, and then stop being what I told myself, for me anyway, stop being a female dog. You lot know what I'm getting at with that. Fix up, man up, do you get it? And it's bad to say man up with all the mental health stuff, but man up, let's get back to this, because life is going to keep spinning. Like, things are going to keep spinning. People, everyone's got a sub story, do you get it, people? If everyone's got a sub story, is yours any different? Do you get it? Everyone's got some sort of struggle with people. Even these smart individuals that ain't struggled in their life, ain't had corned beef in their life and them thing there, ain't had leftovers in their life, try to find struggles and things. They don't know, they don't know, people. They don't know. What else? Like I said, man, I thought it was a formality, but it just went clear. There's been plenty of that. There's been times. Another time, top 10 Premier League club. I'm not going to specify on it or get in, but it'd be the least one you expect. Saying I was going to do this thing 4 times all the thing, people. Like, it weren't going to be no madness, no missing time, but it would have been a very big L and definitely a very good look for me. And guys would have uprooted. And like I said, man, the YouTube schedules might have had to change, but I thought it was a going clear thing. Plucked away from me. hurt again, feel sorry for myself for 5 minutes again, and then we get back to it, people, because it is what it is, people, man. I believe you got to enjoy the process. Do I enjoy people knocking their knocking doors in my face, taking me for an idiot? Of course I don't enjoy that. Even in my professional life, do I enjoy running and doing the rut sort of stuff and the send out sort of stuff? I hate it, people. Let's cut the crap. Like, I hate it for me. Like, not to say I'm bigger than I am, but I'm getting noticed in public and all of these sort of things, and my manager actually knows I do YouTube, but then I'm going back and man, I getting sent for coffee and that. Don't get it twisted. That's not all I'm doing, but it's a part of the thing in it. Man, I know T-Boy and that, but these sort of things are happening in it. And to be honest, I have no problem mucking in. And even if I was a manager, people, I'll bake teas and stuff like that and all these sort of things. But you get what I'm doing. I'm doing the waste man sort of things in it. But you got to go through that, innit? Because at the end of the day, what have I accomplished? I think I've accomplished stuff, of course, but what have I accomplished? You got to keep going, people. It hurts. Of course it hurts. Of course it's tough. Of course it pees you off. Of course you think, why? These things are going to happen, people. It's going to be tough. You're going to think to give up. And all of these things, I used to think they're cliche. People, trust me, it's all true. All of the sayings, I used to think it was cliche. Everything I used to think was cliche. But trust me, people, refuse to lose. And I think you can only refuse to lose when you find something deep in your heart that you want. I want to be something in football. I want to work full-time in football, something football related full-time. It keeps me up at night, people. Why else would I keep making this content? I want it more than I want to be alive, people. The only things I won't do is sell my soul and do all that bookie sort of stuff and all that mad sort of stuff. That's the only things I want, and all that. And you lot are smart. No mad things in it. With it, like, you get it. No mad things. Just, you get it. There's not that I want it, people. I want it bad, people. A lot of people want it, and this is what I try and tell you in my videos about Arsenal. Sometimes when we're not winning games, everyone wants to be something when the sun's shining, or every now and again. But how many days out of 7 in the week do you want it? Do you want it enough when you're tired? You've been at work, you've been there 2 hours longer, this has happened, that's happened, you're hungry, you're going to take a shower, you might have utes, you got to put your utes to bed or look after them, you got to do washing, you got to apply for something, you got to do life sort of stuff, but you still got to get back to whatever keeps you out at night and what you want to pursue. You can't feel sorry for yourself. You can't think, oh yeah, I got this has happened. You can't make excuses, people. And you only won't make excuses if you want it bad enough. And what I found is you can take people to the water, but you can't help them drink. You can, and a lot of you, it's sad to say, like Gary Vee said, a lot of you, this message won't hit home. A lot of you will think DG's on something and whatnot. But the one of you out there will kind of get where I'm going at. And I would love to hear about your story one day, people. And I'd love to, like, one of you is going to listen to what I'm saying and really take it on board and do something with it. And I don't know why, but you don't love my deluded thoughts, to be fair, and I like it, to be fair, as well, because it gives me a platform to talk actually away from football. And I don't really like to, this is the one segment on my channel, personally, people, I don't like to pull any punches, and I don't swear and carry on, but if I happen to do, it's there, because this is really my real emotion and really how I feel and things like that, people. And I think it's important to show your journey and stuff, because everybody sees W's or what they think are W's, but man's still here, bro. I thought I was going to leave. Man, still here with crap things from trying to put DIY. Man, still here, bro. People, man, still here. Like, to get it. But we'll get out of this one day, man. We'll do something one day and chase your dreams, man. You know how many times I thought, like, even with that, I've developed some real thick skin. I've always had thick skin, but I used to, even all the praise, certain people told me I'd be nothing. I even believed it at times in my whole life. People, I started to believe that sort of stuff. And I remember seeing some nasty comments on YouTube, like, you ain't going to do nothing, you ain't going to get anywhere. And I was like, yeah, got my head down. I'm petty, people. I'm sure you all saw on Twitter. I'm petty. I was like, hey, look, this idiot said this and that. It's what we do. I'm a petty guy. I'm 50 cent levels of petty at times, people. But on a serious note, don't give up, people, man. It'll be tough, and to be honest, the harsh truth is that you can grind your ass off and it might just not happen for you. It might not happen for me, but for me, I want to look back in when the time comes and the big man upstairs takes me to my grave, and I want to say anything in life that I really wanted. I gave my all in, man. I put my heart into it, whether I got it or nothing. Like, that's what I need to take, people, because I don't know for anybody, but my conscience plays on me a lot, and when I ain't put my heart into something, I know when I don't like the feeling of regret and the feeling like that. So I'd rather do it all there. But I'm preaching too much, man. I'm hungry, man. I got some jerk chicken and rice downstairs. It's time to go yam that, man. I got mac and cheese and coleslaw and some Guinness punch and all them wavy Jamaican things. So I'm gonna get out of here, people. On that note, people, DG, I'm out. Thank you for watching, and your support means the world, people. Honestly, again, don't think I'm just saying that to sound nice and do a lip service. I honestly mean that. People, deluded, I'm out. Thank you for watching and rocking as usual.